Good morning. Can you not confirm audible or not? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Sorry.
Yeah. So where we stopped in the last session? We discussed about the class, different types of variables in the class, different types of methods in the class, and constructor. These things we discussed. Yes or no? So anyone have any questions so far? Anyone have any questions? Let me open our notebook. Okay, today our next level concept is like inheritance. This concept also common for any programming language. It's not only for Python, it is common for any programming language. So let's go with the new notebook. This is notebook. So can I write like a class? The next one is like inheritance. New node. Here, title. That is like inheritance. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to write some code snippet. Tell me the answers. Okay. I have a class here that is not even. If it is not syntactically highlighted, then the time just you can stop and start again. Victor, which one you want me to open? Class inheritance. This one, right? This kernel you can select. Okay, select it. Now if I write like a class, now see highlighted, right? A class syntax highlighted. Now, if I do enter also, automatically it is taking the indentation and everything or not. If you not follow the syntax whenever you written the code, then the time just close your Jupyter notebook and restart it. Okay, that's okay, fine. Now I have arithmetic. One class is there. Here, one variable is there. Okay, here, one method also there. One method also. Now come here, print self dot en1 plus self dot en2. If I run this one, what happens? If I run this one, will it gives an error or be syntactically okay? Come on, is it gives me an error or it is like syntactically okay? Anyone?
Syntactically okay.
It's like syntactically correct, right? Okay, now can I run this? See, there is no issue, nothing. Now you have a variable. What you can do? You can use that variable. Variable holds the value, you can use it. If you have a function, what you can do? You can call it. If you have a class, what you can do? If you have a class, what you can do? Come on. If you have a class, how we can get the services from the class? Tell me. This is common
I
for
create
any
an object.
programming language. Create an object, right? Okay, how we can create an object in Python? Object name equals to your class name, you can call it. That's it. This is the syntax to create an object for this class in Python. Other programming language, how it looks like in JavaScript, looks like this. In Java, okay, there has a type is the arithmetic. Arithmetic equals to new arithmetic. In PHP, different syntax. In .NET, same syntax. Like this, different syntaxes we have, but object creation is mandatory. Your programming language can be anything, but object creation should mandatory to get the services from this particular class. Okay, so let me create an object. Okay, then. Now, if I call sum, what happens? If I call sum, if I call sum, come on,
Arguments.
there has no attribute n2 or not. Obj dot sum. If I call sum, if you come here, AR sum has like a 0 first argument, but 1 was given. This is like expected thing. Why? Come on. First syntax error is this one. Why? Whenever you call a method using an instance, okay, internally it pass instance as a parameter or not. Yes, no. Come on. So that you can get this error. Now, if I execute this one, what is the error? If I execute this one, what is the error? Come on. If I execute this one, what is the error? Hmm? N2 there or not there?
Not there.
Not there. Okay, if N2 not there, that attribute N2 is not available or not. Arithmetic object has no attribute N2 or not. Yes or no? Now tell me, to get the output like 30, this arithmetic class requires which variable? To get the output 30, this arithmetic class requires which variable?
N2.
N. Okay, N2 there or not there? Not there. Not there. But the thing is, there has one more class also there. You can write any number of classes or not. Based on your requirement, you can write any number of classes. That particular class has the value called as a one variable called as a n2 with the value of 20. Now, if I run this one syntactically 100% value. Okay. Now, if I run this one, what is my output? Line number 6. If I execute, what is the output? It gives me 30 or it gives me the same error. It gives me the same error. Why?
Same.
Because you called sum. In this particular class, n1 is there, but n2 not there. So that arithmetic object has no attribute n2 error, you can get it. Okay. Now, to avoid this error, to get the output is like a 30, n2 is required to my arithmetic. That n2, where it is? That is with Arithmetica, some other person. Come on. That is with Arithmetic or some other person,
Another class.
other class or not. So my arithmetic class requires this particular variable from another class or not. Yes or no? My arithmetic class requires a variable from another class A or not. No, my question is very simple, straight question. How one class get the members into another class? That is the question. How one class get the members into another class? How we can get the members of a class into another class? How we can? That is possible through inheritance. By using inheritance, we can inherit the members from one class into another class or not. By using inheritance, we can inherit the members from one class to another class. Agreed? Come on. Okay. So for good. Okay, now how I can inherit? What is your next level question? You said like we can inherit the members from one class to another class. So I need a member N2 from A class into my arithmetic class, but how? Syntactically, how it is looks like? Syntactically, how it is looks like? Syntactically in Python, how we can inherit the members from one class into another class? That is the question. Now I'm going to change some syntax. Okay, that is valid or invalid. You can tell valid or invalid. Valid or invalid. Okay, if you don't know, what do you have to do? Just you can run it. If it is really invalid, then the time it gives me an error like what? Some syntax error you can get it or not. For example, if it is not there or equal symbol is there, now you can get the syntax error or not. But if I remove this one, there is no error, nothing. See this same. If I remove this one, there has no error, nothing. Understood everyone? Yes or no? All agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to do something. Okay. There is no syntax error, nothing. Now if I click on this one, my object created. If I click on this one, okay, again, arithmetic object has no attribute yet. Now can you come here? Can I refresh? Can I refresh? Now come here. Syntactically there has no, come on, there has no error, first thing. Now create an object for this particular one. Now you can call the sum. You can call the sum. You can get the output is like 30. Now my expected output 30 only. I'm getting like 30 only. Now you can explain me this. I have a class. I want to inherit the members from another class in Python. Syntactically, how we can inherit the members from one class to another class means very simple thing. Okay, you can create a class. Okay, you can create one more class where the members are there. Inheritance, if you want to handle, minimum two classes are required. Minimum two classes are required. One is like required person, another one is like who is going to ready to give it. Okay, so here arithmetic is like what? Required the properties. Who ready to give? A is ready to give the properties to arithmetic or some other class or not. Minimum two classes are required to handle the inheritance. Okay, now here class arithmetic A n1 equals to 10. Okay, def. This is like a class contains variables and methods. There is no issue. I need one variable called as a n2 from A class or not. So how we can inherit the members means syntactically very simple. Wherever the class is there, okay, after the class you can take like a braces syntax. Okay, why you have to you take like a braces means there is no other answer. Why? Because it's a syntax for the inheritance. Okay, syntax means you need to follow the guidelines. Okay, there is no reason, nothing. You have to follow the guideline. If I remove this one, then the time syntax error you can get it. If I write like this, if I write like this, you can get like a syntax error. If I close this one, you can write like a syntax error. If I put something like this, now it is like a valid syntax. So one class requires the members from another class. So who requires the members? Arithmetic. From where? A. So that A ready to give the properties, arithmetic want to take the properties from another class, right? So here syntactically how we can write? First, arithmetic class requires the members from which class you want. A class, just okay, it is like a method representation, but don't say like it's like a method. Okay, just you can put like a brace inside that one. You can mention like from which class you want to inherit the members, from A class or not. Just you can add the A class. Whenever you added A class like this, my A class has how many members? Come on, my A class has how many members? Members is nothing but variables and methods, you can say. My A class has, okay, one member, that is like what? N2. A class has one member, that is like what? Ent. Whenever we return like a inheritance syntax, whatever my A has, that is inherited into my arithmetic. So here, my arithmetic has one variable, one method. If I remove this one, my arithmetic has two variables, okay, two members. One is like variable, another one is like a method. Whenever my arithmetic inherited from A, then the type, my arithmetic has own members how many? Own members how many? Two members. Inherited members how many? Inherited members how many? Come on. Inherited members how many?
One.
One member or not? So my arithmetic has total how many members?
Three.
Three members or not? So whenever you call some n1, n1 is like my own member available. Yes, 10. N2, N2 is available or not available? Come on.
No,
Own member available or not available? Not.
not available.
Okay. Whenever it is not available, now it is going to check. Is there any properties which coming from? That means is there any members which are inherited from outside or not? Yes. Yes, inherited from outside. From which class? Inherited from which class? A class.
A.
So now it is going to check for that particular N2 in the A class. The value is like 20. Self dot N2 is like 20. 10 plus 20 is like 30 or not. Finally, my answer is sum. Agreed with me? So my A class, okay, give the properties to arithmetic class. Now, terminology wise, my arithmetic class, A class, two classes are there. So syntactically, this is the syntax to inherit the members. So terminology wise, my arithmetic class inherit the members from A class, right? Yes or no? Terminology wise, my arithmetic class, I can say like a, okay, child class. Why? Because it is taking from the parent, you can say. The next one, or subclass or derived class. Derived class. Why? Because my arithmetic class derived from A class. So any one of the name you can use. Terminology wise, any one of the name you can use it. Arithmetic class is a child. Okay, it is like a subclass or it is like a derived class. Any one of the name you can use it. Same thing. Can you apply for A? Can anyone tell me? A. Terminology wise, what we can call? On terminology wise, what we can call? Child. So that here it is what? Parent. Here it is like a sub. Can I say here it is like what? Super. Here is like derived from where? From this base. So that you can say like a base class or any one of the terminology you can use it. My A in this case it's a parent class or it is a super class or it is a base class. My arithmetic here it is a child class or it is a subclass or it is a derived class or yes or no? Agreed everyone? All are okay? So for good. So I'm going to write like this. What is my answer? Is it valid or invalid? Is it like valid or invalid? Syntactically, it is valid or invalid?
Valid.
In- Now, can I refresh? Okay, that means can I run? Yes. There is no error, nothing. Valid. Now, can you come here? Can I create an object? Now, can you come here? Can I run this one? What is the output? What is the output?
210.
Okay, two options only. One is like 210, another one is like what? 30. 30. What is my output? Now, if you come here, the output is like 210. That means how it is going to work? First, whenever you call the sum body executed, first it is looking for n1. There or not there are. Either it is like a static or instance, whatever it is, we can access by using the object. So my n1 is there or not there? Yes, there. Self n2, n2 there or not there? Whenever the n2 there in my own class, that means wherever you are executing, okay, wherever you are looking for the n2, if it is there, that member is there, then that time it is not looking from, okay, looking for that particular member outside. Now n2 is there, that the reason it is not check, okay, that particular member outside. So the value it is going to take like 200, 200 plus 10, 210 or not. Okay, when it is going to use the inherited members means that particular member is not available, then only it is looking for that particular member outside or not. Yes or no? Agreed everyone? Syntactically, this is valid. Now you can come here, you can do it. Okay, here you can use like this one and this one. Okay, we'll tell. Okay, how we can use the parent class members and everything. We'll see that later. Okay, now this syntax, how it is looks like one class inherited from the another class or not. Okay, only one subclass is there, only one superclass is there. Okay, now you create this particular class. Okay, you created one subclass from one superclass only or not? Yes or no? In this particular operation, only one subclass, only one superclass or not? Okay, whenever if you inherit the members from one class only, that kind of inheritance, terminology wise, I can say like a single inheritance. Single is nothing but one subclass inherited from one superclass only. One subclass inherited from one superclass only. That type of inheritance we can say like what? Single inheritance. Here subclass is arithmetic. Superclass is what? Okay, the subclass derived from one superclass only. That kind of, okay, that means one hierarchy only. That kind of inheritance we can say like a single inheritance or not. Agree with me? All are okay? Okay, the next one, I'm going to write some code syntactically that is valid or invalid, you only tell. Okay, now if I run this one, 100% syntactically valid. If I create an object for this particular one, if I create an object, yes, my obj dot sum, what is the output? Obj dot sum, what is the output?
No, I have no idea.
No attribute n1.
No attribute is like n1. That is like normal general question only. No attribute is like n1 or not. No attribute is like n1. So if I write like this, if I write like this, then what happens? If I write like this, then what happens? Still the same error or not? Still same error. Now, if I write like this, then what happens? Syntactically valid or invalid? After that, you can explain me the syntax. If you observe here, C object has no attribute to M3. Now M3 equals to 30. Now come here. Now can I write here? Now, yes. Now tell me, Okay, this is how it is looks like. In the past, only one subclass, only one superclass is there. Okay, one subclass inherited from one superclass. That's it. The hierarchy closed. Only two classes are like participated. That kind of inheritance, what we can say, single inheritance or not. But here what happened? My C class derived from B, my B class derived from A class or not. Okay, this is like one hierarchy only, more than one. It is like more than one hierarchy or not. More than one hierarchy or not. So in this particular one, C, can I say like a derived class? Yes or no? C, can I say like a derived class or subclass or child class? Yes or no? Child, sub or derived class. What about B? What about B? What about B? With respect to this particular syntax, my B is derived from which class? My B is derived from which class? If you see this syntax only, my B is derived from which class? A class
Yeah.
or not? So that my B, can I say like what? Come on, child class or subclass or derived class or not? What about my A? What about my A? It's a parent or super or, come on, base class or not? Now, the first one is like single inheritance. Now, this one I can say like a multi-level inheritance. Can anyone define the multi-level inheritance by seeing this? This is called as a multi-level inheritance. Can anyone define? Okay, which inheritance, which syntax, inheritance syntax, we can say like a multi-level inheritance. By seeing this one, I can say, okay, I'm telling like this is like not a single inheritance, it's like a multi-level inheritance. I said this is like a single inheritance. How I defined one derived class, okay, one class derived from another class. Only two classes are there, one base class, one subclass. Okay, one derived class derived from, okay, one super class or one base class. One hierarchy only there, but here multiple hierarchies are there. If it is like one hierarchy, one children, one parent, that's it. That is a single inheritance. But here, not like that. Okay, very simple. You can define like this. By seeing this one, you can say like what? Okay, multi-level only. Why? Because C derived from B, B derived from A, like that. See, this is my derived class, right? This is derived from where? This is derived from where? C is like a derived class or not, or subclass or not, or children or not. This C is derived from where? B. My B also what? One more derived class or not? So very simple. One derived class derived from another derived class. One subclass derived from another subclass. One child class derived from one more child class. That kind of hierarchy wherever you see. That kind of inheritance wherever you see. That one we can say like what? Multi-level inheritance or not. How we can define? One derived class derived from another class. Another derived class, that is not normal class, another derived class. Now here C is like one derived class, derived from where? B. My B also derived class. Why? Because that is get the members from A or not. So one derived class, okay, you derived from another derived class. Okay, one subclass derived, leave it. One child class, okay, you created from another child class. Okay, one child class you derived from another child class. That kind of inheritance, what we can say, multi-level inheritance or not. Agreed? Single inheritance and multi-level. Come on, up to here. Any questions? Okay, single means one child class, one parent class. Close. Multi-level means one derived class is there, that is again derived from another derived class. One child class again derived from another child class. One child class derived from one parent class, that is single. One child class derived from another child class, that is like what? Multi-level or not. Here C derived from B, my B is a child to A or not. Agreed? This kind of inheritance, what we can say? Multi-level inheritance or not. Understood everyone? Single and a multi-level. Another one. I have a class n1 equals to 10. I have one more class n2 equals to 20. I have one more class C n3 equals to 30. Okay, same stuff. Okay, df sum self print of what? Self dot n1 plus self dot n2 plus self dot n3. Done. Syntactically valid or invalid? This is 100% valid. What's wrong with this one? Everyone knows if I run this, okay, if I access the sum, what is the output? If I access the sum, the C object has no attribute n1 or not. Yes or no? Now, if I write like this, syntactically valid or invalid? Now, what is my output? What is my output?
N2.
Okay, the output is like C object has no attribute n2. Now, can I write something like this? Okay, is it like valid or invalid? Is it like valid or invalid? You can check it. Okay, now it is like valid. Now, terminology wise, this kind of inheritance, I can say like a multiple inheritance. Now, by seeing this syntax, can anyone define the multiple syntax, multiple inheritance? This one I can say like a multiple inheritance. By seeing this one, can anyone define the multiple inheritance? Come on. Anyone define multiple inheritance? Very simple, right? One derived class derived from more than one base class or not. One children class inherited from more than one superclass or not. Yes or no? My C is like what? Derived from A as well as B also. So my derived class C derived from more than one base class or not. That kind of inheritance, we can say like what? That kind of inheritance, what we can say? We can say like a multiple inheritance or not. But in Java.NET, multiple inheritance is not support. But in Python, okay, multiple inheritance is like support. Okay, types of inheritance. The first one is like why we go for inheritance. Very simple. Get the members from another class. Inherit the members from one class to another class. Then you can go with what? Inheritance or not. What is single inheritance? Can anyone define? One child class derived from one parent class. That's it. Only one hierarchy. One child class derived from one parent class. That kind of inheritance, what we can say? That kind of inheritance, what we can say? Single inheritance or not? Single inheritance. What about multi-level? Multi-level. What about multi-level? Come on. One derived class derived from another derived class. One derived class derived from another derived class. See this. One child class derived from another child class. My C is a children to what? B. My B is a children to what? A. So this is my children derived from another children or not. That kind of inheritance, what we can say? Multi-level inheritance or not. That kind of inheritance we can say like a multi-level inheritance or not. Yes or no? The next one, multiple inheritance. Tell me, what is multiple inheritance? What is multiple inheritance? Anyone?
Which test can be derived from
the child class derived from more than one parent class or not? The child class which is inherited from more than one parent class. That kind of inheritance, what we can say? Multiple inheritance or not? In Java, there is no multiple inheritance. In .NET, there has no multiple inheritance. In JavaScript, also no. But in Python, we have the multiple inheritance also. We can inherit the members from more than one class. Appear okay, everyone? Now, these many examples you saw, right? My question is very simple, straight question. Why we go for inheritance? What is the use? Main advantage is what? Why
To
we
use
go
the
for
members of
come on? Why we go for inheritance?
use the members of other class.
Yeah, reusability, right? For example, N to 20 required from, okay, required by multiple classes, then that time this particular A, N to 20, you can use wherever, you can use in any class or not. That means this N2 you reused or not? Yes or no? This is a kind of what? Reusability or not? It's a kind of reusability. Okay, the main advantage is like, okay, I have some members which I want to use or we use in multiple classes. I have some members in one class, those members I want to use in multiple classes. Then that time, don't write that member in each and every class. Write the member in one class, inherit the members into each and every class or not? It's a kind of what? Reusability or not? Yes or no? Agree with me? So, for example, I want to use 10 members in different classes. What you have to do? First, you have to create one class with the 10 members. You inherit this particular class into remaining classes or not, so that your 10 members inherit into their class or not. Yes or no? Inheritance not only for the variables. Inheritance not only for the variables, it is for what? Methods also or not. Inheritance is always at class level. Class contains what? Inheritance is always at class level. Class contains what? Variables and methods or not. Yes or no? Agreed, everyone? All are okay? Okay, then. I'm going to write some methods also. Just you only tell. Okay, you only explain me. Just I have one method called as a young one. I have one more class B. Okay, print df m1 only. Self print m1 mb. Here m1 in here. Now obj is equals to new b. Now I want to inherit the member obj dot m1. What is that? Tell me.
M1 in B.
It's like normal only, right? Okay, invalid syntax. Okay, why? Because new, it is not a valid syntax in Python. Now m1 in b or not? M1 in b. Okay, for example, if it is not there, okay, here if it is not there, then
Inherited from parent class.
okay, inherit whatever the first it is going to check one member there or not there. If it is not there, then only it's go to the parent or not. Then only it's go to the parent. Now here, if I write like a C, which is inherited from this df, okay, um, m2 here m1 self print of m2. Okay, now what is the message? That means what is the output? This is which kind of inheritance?
Multi-level.
Multi-level
Multi-level.
or not? This is the derived class derived from B. My B is derived from where? A. So that this is my derived class. This is also derived class. One derived class derived from another derived class. That is like what? Multi-level inheritance or not? If it is like a multi-level inheritance, first it is going to check for what? Okay, sir. This is the C now. Create an object for the C. Now the answer is like M1 in B. Okay, how it is going to work? First, obj dot M1. M1 is there or not there in the C? M1 there or not there? Not there. Whenever it is not there, okay, it is go to where? The next level one, right? The next level. Okay, which one is the next one? Which one is the next one? My C derived from B, right? It is going to check for the B class. Okay, if it is there, then that time it is going to take that one. So my output is like M1 in B. For example, if it is not there, then the time it is go to where? B derived from where? Next level hierarchy. Come on, B derived from where? A. So that it is looking for, okay, M1 method inside the A. There or not there? Yes, there. For example, if it is not there, then the time what is the other? Then the time what is the other? Come on, then the time what is the other? My C object has no attribute M1 or not. It is looking for what? M1 in my own class. It is looking for M1 in the derived class, and it is looking for M1 in another derived class also. It's like multi-level inheritance, but I didn't find that particular M1 in any hierarchy level. That the reason it gives me an error like what? Object has no attribute or not. Yes or no? Object has no attribute. Agreed? All are okay or not? C object has no attribute. Okay? Okay then. Now if I write like this, everyone knows the output should be M1 and N. I want to write one more. The same only I want to take it. Now what is the output? What is the output? What is the output? Come on, what do you think more? Okay. First it is looking for M1 in my own class C. There or not there? Looking for M1 in my class C. There or not there? There. In my class C, it is there. So that it is not looking for that M1 outside. So M1 in C is my output. For example, now it is not there. Then what is output? It is not multi-level. Now it is like a multiple. It is not a multi-level. It is like a multiple inheritance or not. How we can define the multiple inheritance? One derived class derived from more than one superclass, more than one base class or not. That kind of classes, that kind of inheritance we can say like a multiple inheritance. Tell me here, what is the output? What is the output? Anyone? M1 in
C only.
M1 in
C only.
B or C?
C, C.
C. How we can say like C? Obj dot M1 there or not there in the C? Not there, right? Then M1 in A. Now, if I write like this, M1 in B, now you can define. First, you are looking for which method? You are looking for which method? Come on, M1. M1 there or not there in the C?
Not.
Not there. If it is not there, if it is a multi-level or single ingredient, then it is go to the parent. But here, how many parents are there? Here, how many parents are there? Two parents are there. Now, it is go to which parent first? Which one you declared, that parent only it is go first. So, which parent is the first one? A. So that it is go to the A and check for what? Check for what? M1. There or not there? Yes, there. So that it gives me answer is like M1 of A. For example, if I take like this, first looking for M1 in C, there or not there? Not there. If it is not there, then go to the parent. Which parent first? B. In the B, there or not there? Yes, there. So that it gives me M1 of B. Now, for example, this one. Now, what is the answer? M1 of A. Why? Because first looking for M1 in the C, not there. Looking for M1 in the B, not there. And the next parent is what? A. Looking for the M1 in the A, yes, there. So that it is printed or not. Now, what is the output? C object has no attribute M1 or not. C object has no attribute M1. Why? Because first looking for M1 in the C, not there. Next, looking for M1 in the B, not there. Looking for M1 in the A, not there. So, my M1, I'm looking for that, but it is not found. So that it gives me an error like what? Okay, object has no attribute M1 or not. Agree with me all or? Come on. Got some idea? Anyone have any questions? Hmm? Anyone have any questions? No? Okay, then we'll see remaining things in tomorrow session then. Okay, just practice. Remaining things will continue in next session. Thank you guys. Bye.